The loneliness of the chosen woman is neither a coincidence nor a punishment. It is a preparation. Since the dawn of time, those who are destined for a greater purpose walk paths that few can accompany them on. Not because they are superior, but because the calling they received demands a different journey. While many find comfort among the crowd, the chosen woman feels a pull toward something deeper. Shallow conversations leave her unfulfilled. Repetitive cycles lack meaning, and what seems sufficient for others is never enough for her. However, this profound perspective on life comes at a cost: distance, misunderstandings, and judgments. Not everyone can handle someone who thinks differently, feels more intensely, and seeks something beyond what the world offers. It is at this juncture that the question arises and echoes within the souls of many chosen women. Why, even when I give my all, do I often feel so alone? The answer lies within your essence. You were never meant to fit in, but to stand out. When God selects someone for a special purpose, He sets that person apart, fortifies them, and molds them in solitude, for a great calling is always accompanied by preparation. Today, I wish to share with you 7 reasons why chosen women often find themselves walking alone. I want you to grasp that this stage of your life serves a purpose. This loneliness is not an end, but a process. If this message resonates with you, stay with me until the end. Every word may hold the key to understanding the turmoil within you. Before we begin, invite you to become a part of Chosen One's sanctuary. Here, you are not alone. You are part of something greater. Now, let's reflect on this. The chosen woman sees the world through different eyes. From an early age, she recognizes that her outlook on life diverges from those around her. While many drift on autopilot, questioning nothing, she senses that there is something far deeper than what is visible. The mundane does not captivate her. The superficial cannot fulfill her. The fleeting leaves her wanting. Her intuition is keen. She detects shifts before they manifest, feeling intentions behind unspoken words. This watchful awareness enables her to grasp nuances that elude most. Yet, when she attempts to share her insights, she often faces blank stares and indifferent responses. The depth with which she experiences and analyzes life can feel burdensome. Not everyone is prepared to hear the truth. Not everyone is ready to confront what she reveals. Some may even shy away from her presence, as the intensity of her gaze compels them to confront realities they would rather avoid. She doesn't wish to be different. She simply is. Shallow discussions tire her. The pursuit of status, material possessions, or societal approval feels futile. While many chase ephemeral goals, she yearns for something far greater. A purpose, a mission, a truth that imbues life with meaning. But this quest for authenticity can lead to isolation. Those entrenched in superficiality often cannot comprehend someone who envisions beyond the obvious. At times, they attempt to stifle the chosen woman. They claim she overthinks, that she feels too much, complicates things unnecessarily. Yet they fail to understand that for her, living without depth is the true waste. She cannot turn a blind eye to the truth God has placed within her. Over time, she learns to hold her perceptions close to her heart. She recognizes that not everyone is equipped to understand what she knows. She becomes adept at silence, realizing that her truth may intimidate others. This, however, does not imply she must diminish her essence. Her unique viewpoint is not a mistake, it is a divine gift. If God has set her apart to perceive what others cannot, it is because He has placed something extraordinary within her. Her vision was ordained for a purpose. She should not conceal her true self to appease those who prefer illusion. The world is in desperate need of those who can reveal the truth, and she is one of them. The chosen woman also understands that her journey diverges from societal expectations. Society offers a conventional blueprint: grow up, go to school, get a stable job, marry, raise a family, and adhere to the same rules followed by countless others. For many, this represents the ideal life, but within her heart she senses that there is something more. While those around her seem content, she experiences an indescribable restlessness. It is not that she despises these pathways. Instead, she realizes that her mission is far-reaching. What enriches others does not nourish her soul. She hungers for something that transcends the predictable. The lessons the world imparts. The troubling truth is that many do not grasp this quest for depth. Most prefer the comfort of following without question, accepting what they've been taught. When they encounter someone who thinks outside the box, the common response is often critical. They label her as complicated, insist that she should simply accept things as they are, or claim that she places unrealistic demands on life. This misunderstanding trails her everywhere, at work, among friends, even within her own family. The gaze of those who do not comprehend her, the comments disguised as advice, and attempts to fit her into a mold made for someone else. These are her constant companions. Yet, the chosen woman knows she was never created to fit where she does not belong. She might even attempt to follow the expectations pressed upon her, and for a time, she can conform to the standards set by society. But something within her will always draw her back to her true calling. The soul of one destined for something magnificent will never find peace in the ordinary. It is this distinct difference that causes her to walk alone at times, for while many float through life without questioning, she feels compelled to acknowledge what God has instilled within her. She knows she was born to make an impact, to fulfill a purpose that few can comprehend. The world tells us to stick to the safe, conventional path, void of risks and grand dreams, but the chosen woman was not designed for the confines of the predictable. She possesses the courage, faith, and determination to venture beyond what is comfortable. And this bravery will not always be met with understanding. Some will draw away, others may seek to dampen her spirit. Society is unfamiliar with those who do not simply conform and blend in. Yet, she cannot ignore the truth deep within her. Every door that closes, every path appearing lonely, serves a purpose. God prevents the chosen woman from settling in places where she isn't meant to be. What might seem like isolation is, in fact, a realignment. He is clearing the way, removing what does not serve her mission to make room for what truly belongs. She need not fear stepping outside societal norms. This distinction is not an error. It signals that she was not meant to follow the majority's path. Her destiny is unique, and although this journey can feel solitary at times, it will lead her exactly where God intends for her to be. The chosen woman possesses a strength that few can comprehend. She has endured trials that might shatter others, rising again when no one stood by her side. She has navigated betrayals, losses, and fresh beginnings. Yet, rather than succumbing, she presses forward. Pain has molded her, and her scars are a testament to her journey. Not everyone can handle this strength. Some feel uneasy, as if her mere presence serves as a reminder of their limitations. Though there are those who admire her perseverance, there are also critics who attempt to undermine her triumphs, as acknowledging her strength would mean confronting their own weaknesses. For many, it is easier to judge than to recognize the sheer effort she has expended to reach this point. This resilience did not arise from thin air. It was forged in the quiet battles of difficult nights, in moments of solitude, and in the struggles that taught her how to stand on her own. The chosen woman is not conforming to societal expectations. She refuses to lower her standards or accept less than she deserves. Her presence can unsettle those mired in mediocrity because it illustrates the possibility of more, of living boldly, dreaming ambitiously. As a result, many distance themselves, uncertain how to navigate a relationship with someone who doesn't require saving or approval. She has attempted to dim her light to fit in, to be less intense, less determined, less true. But she has discovered that this lifestyle brings her discontent. Her essence was never meant to be quelled. God did not create her strength so she could hide. He intended for her to fulfill her purpose without trepidation. The strength of the chosen woman does not stem from arrogance. She does not seek to dominate or impose herself. Rather, she simply refuses to be constrained. She does not yearn to be above anyone. She only desires not to be below. Her strength is not pride. It is a necessity for survival. Without it, she would have been crushed by the burdens she has faced. Those who do not grasp the nature of her strength may judge her, labeling her as difficult, claiming she complicates matters, or insisting she should remain silent. But those who genuinely know her understand that her resilience is not a flaw. It is a testament to the life she has navigated with grace. If this message resonates with you, become part of Chosen One's sanctuary. Here, we acknowledge your journey, your strength, and your spirit. You are not alone. You are part of something greater, and together we can continue to explore the depth of this experience. Firmness arises from a heart that has endured much suffering, a heart that has learned to guard itself and can no longer accept less than it deserves. If you find that your strength seems to push people away, do not blame yourself. Those who feel threatened by your light prefer to dwell in darkness. It is not you who has changed. Rather, it is your growth that has caused some to fall behind. God has empowered you with strength for a reason. He knew your journey would require resilience and that you would face challenges few could withstand. Your strength is a blessing, even if not everyone recognizes it. Do not shrink yourself to fit into spaces that refuse to accommodate your essence. You were not meant to be overlooked. You were born to shine. Your spiritual growth creates distance from the ordinary world. The chosen woman eventually feels a shift in her journey. Connections that were once close start to dissolve. Places that once brought joy lose their charm, and behaviors that were ingrained begin to fade as she transforms. What once felt familiar now seems too constricted. This change is not a matter of coincidence. As she draws closer to God, she naturally moves away from the mundane, not out of rejection, but because her soul seeks nourishment from different sources. What once was fulfilling no longer resonates. God is preparing her heart for a higher purpose. She begins to notice that discussions that were once commonplace no longer interest her. Where she previously indulged in superficial talks, a profound need now arises to explore purpose, faith, and the life-altering transformations that come with them. However, not everyone is ready for this level of change. Many friendships may begin to fade not due to her dismissal, but from a lack of connection. Some people might perceive her transformation as excessive, claiming she has become detached or fundamentally different. And indeed, she has. The chosen woman senses that something deep within her has awakened, rendering her unable to engage in trivial distractions, leaving her yearning for growth, deeper knowledge, and alignment with God's true intentions for her. This quest for enlightenment may set her upon a path that few choose to tread. Some will distance themselves, failing to grasp this new phase, while others press her to revert to her former self, suggesting she is being overly serious or should lighten up. Yet, she knows this moment is sacred. God is cleansing her life, stripping away everything that no longer supports her progression. Initially, this may feel painful. She questions whether she is sacrificing too much, if loneliness is her new reality, and if this journey is worth the struggle. Nevertheless, with time, she begins to perceive that she has not lost it all. God is clearing space for something greater. Separating from superficiality is essential for those desiring spiritual growth. If she were to remain tethered to the same people and patterns, she would miss what God has laid out for her. Transformation entails renunciation. It calls for courage to advance into the unknown. This separation does not equate to isolation. God does not ask her to live in solitude, but to be surrounded by those who genuinely align with her mission. Some relationships will dissolve simply because they lacked a strong foundation, while others will strengthen, blossoming as a result of this time apart. The world often misunderstands those pursuing spiritual growth. Many believe that faith is unworthy of time. They see the search for God as exaggeration. But the chosen woman realizes that her connection with God infuses life with meaning. She does not distance herself from others out of arrogance or self-perceived superiority. Instead, she is following the desires of her heart. If you feel that you are losing connections, take heart. God takes nothing away without intent. He closes doors to open better ones and removes those unfit for your path, preparing you for those who will truly stand beside you. This transformation may feel challenging right now, but it leads to clarity and purpose God has in store. Embrace the new and do not cling to what no longer serves you. The chosen woman does not backtrack. She strides boldly towards where God beckons her. God is refining her in times of solitude. At certain points in her journey, she will traverse the desert, not a physical landscape, but a spiritual condition. Suddenly, she recognizes that everything around her has shifted. People drift away, opportunities vanish, and answers remain elusive. The silence can become overwhelming, prompting questions like, "God, where are you?" However, what she doesn't yet comprehend is that this solitude is part of a divine plan. In this seemingly barren state, God distances her from distractions to work within her. The preparation of the chosen ones occurs not amidst crowds, but in periods of solitude. Here, distractions fade, leaving only God's shaping process. This time of silence is often painful. She may look around and feel unseen, unheard, as if nobody comprehends the battles raging within. Yet the truth is that God is acutely aware. It is in this very moment that He is closest, even when she cannot feel His presence. The desert does not serve as punishment, but rather as preparation. It teaches the chosen woman to rely solely on God, rather than on people, situations, or her own reason. In the arena of uncertainty, faith is both strained and fortified. She learns that answers may not always come when she desires them. She must trust without full understanding. Patience must be cultivated, even as life seems to stall in place. God operates in silence because the most meaningful transformations occur internally. Solitude also has a way of unearthing the need for healing. During this period, past wounds resurface, fears become apparent, and insecurities manifest. It is a challenging introspection to confront that which has always been suppressed. But God permits this for her freedom. Within the desert, she comes to a deeper understanding of her identity. What was once deemed essential loses significance. The worries that used to trouble her nights begin to fade. God teaches her to perceive life through renewed lenses, to cherish what truly matters. Many give up during their time in the desert, thinking they have been forgotten or that their solitude will never end. But the chosen woman must remain steadfast. The desert has a conclusion, and when she emerges, she will emerge stronger, wiser, and more prepared to live out God's unique plan for her life. If you feel you are in a season of solitude, do not lose heart. This is not the finale of your journey, but a preparatory phase. God is shaping you, nurturing your capacity to trust, to wait, and to evolve. The desert can be a formidable place, but is essential for those God designates for greatness. He never abandons those He calls. When this time passes, you'll understand how every tear, every moment of silence, and every prayer left unanswered was fortifying you for what lies ahead. You are not truly alone. The chosen woman may feel as though she walks a solitary path, but this solitude is never complete. In her darkest moments, when it seems nobody comprehends her anguish, God is right there. He witnesses her tears, hears her prayers, and knows every unspoken fear within her heart. Even when silence feels unbearable, He meticulously guides her journey. The pain of loneliness may provoke doubt. She may wonder if God has forgotten her, or whether there's genuine purpose behind her struggles. Yet, she will come to understand that amid this quiet, God is diligently at work. God does not always provide immediate responses. Often, He allows the chosen woman to travel along seemingly vacant roads, teaching her to trust without clarity. He encourages her to walk by faith rather than by sight. Every closed door served as protection. Every person who exited her life was removed to prevent hindrance to her growth. Every adversity was a means of strengthening her resolve. What felt like abandonment was actually divine direction. The solitude she experiences is God crafting a new and purposeful path. The chosen woman was never meant to base her identity on outside validation. God desires for her security to lie in Him, to root herself not in what others say, but in what He reveals to her. This certainty comes only through time spent in isolation. If she could glimpse the immense blessing that God has already removed from her path, she would realize the crucial reason chosen women often walk alone. Not everyone can progress alongside someone committed to evolving. The journey of the chosen woman is anything but commonplace. It is not linear, and it certainly is not meant for everyone. She grows, matures, and transitions through various phases. What once held significance loses its meaning. What used to be fulfilling no longer satisfies her. This ongoing transformation causes many who surround her to lag behind, not from her desire, but because not everyone is prepared to evolve at the pace she is charged to follow. At times, she may feel pressured to lessen her brilliance to fit in spaces where she once belonged, but eventually she comes to a realization: it is no longer feasible. The reality is that some individuals simply are not ready to accompany someone who persists in growth. Some choose stagnation while the chosen woman ascends, creating a natural division. Those who were once close can drift away, but this is part of the divine unfolding. Through this journey, the chosen woman begins to recognize that she is never truly alone. Even in her solitude, God is molding her for the greatness He has planned. Remember, if you resonate with any of this, consider becoming part of the Chosen One's sanctuary, where together we can navigate this transformative journey, sharing in experiences that uplift our spirits and strengthen our faith. As she embarks on her journey, there are those who may feel disconnected from her path. Some may attempt to pull her back, urging her to return to a space where her spirit no longer thrives. Others might choose to step away, unable to comprehend her pursuit of something grander. While this can create heartache, it's a vital part of her growth. If everyone remained close, she might never uncover the abundance that God has laid out for her. Certain relationships must be left behind for new ones to flourish. Some ties need to be severed, allowing her the freedom to move forward without the weight of old connections. The chosen woman must embrace the reality that not all will walk this path with her, and that is perfectly all right. Those meant to share in her purpose will inevitably find their way alongside her, while those who can't keep pace have completed their chapter in her story. If you're feeling the shift of people drifting away, remember, it isn't you who is becoming isolated, it's others who can't maintain your advancing rhythm. God is lifting you to a higher plane, and not everyone can ascend with you. Trust that what awaits you on this new journey is far more significant than what you leave behind. Solitude serves a purpose here. If this message resonates with you, know that God is at work within your life. Do not question the unfolding processes, and do not doubt your calling. Just have faith that in due course, all will become clear. If this message has touched your heart, share it with someone who could use it today, and join the Chosen One Sanctuary for more uplifting insights. Remember, God has something extraordinary in store for you.